is Melissa Clef. Welcome to another breathwork practice today. We're going to do an advanced breathwork sequence. So if you are not familiar with any breathwork, go to my beginning breathwork video and then come back to this one, because that will give you a nice little intro, and then we can start to just like really dive into the advanced pranayama. So pranayama again is breathwork. Prana means life force in Sanskrit, and it's an ancient medicinal practice from India for thousands and thousands of years. And then now it's starting to become more mainstream. It's starting to become more well known. And the practice that I'm going to teach you today is based on research by Dr. Richard Miller, who is a yogi and also a psychotherapist, and he has devoted his life's work to finding the positive benefits for our immune system and our mental health through pranayama. And also Wim Hof, if you have studied the Wim Hof method, Wim Hof is another type of breath work that a guy named Wim Hof has created. And he's a very eccentric guy and amazing to watch. So if you ever have a chance to watch him, he's great, and do his practice as well. He does mention that his methods are founded in yoga. So this stuff has been around for thousands of years because it works. A lot of people, especially in the West, just are not familiar with the benefits of pranayama and breath work. So we're going to do a practice today that will help to benefit your immune system, to get your immune system working more optimally, to help with sleep apnea, with allergies, if you feel any shortness of breath. Asthma is really great for. Heart conditions is really great for. You just don't want to breathe too fast if you have any pre-existing heart conditions. We're going to do very slow breathing. It could be very, very beneficial for anybody who has a heart disease. Dry skin even. Any autoimmune issues that you have. I happen to have an autoimmune issue. Haven't had any symptoms for a long time because of the practices that I've been doing for myself, and this is one of them that I've found very, very beneficial. TMJ, that's another one I have. I have TMJ issues, and since I've been doing a regular breathwork sequence practice, my TMJ has improved so much. I just used to have so much jaw pain, and I realized like all the muscles in my mouth and my face were so tight. So this definitely helps to release that. And stuffy nose, high blood pressure, gosh, so many things. Because, pranayama is life force, and prana means life. So if we don't have our breath, what do we have? We can't function. And also, if we have too much oxygen in our bodies, it becomes toxic. And oftentimes, we as a society are just always stressed out, and we're operating at beyond our maximum capacity, doing too much and just overwhelmed. And we're operating at that state for prolonged periods of time, we begin to get into hyperventilation issues because we're breathing too fast, too much per minute, because we're just always like in this stress state. So we really want to counter that with breath work, to get ourselves back into the parasympathetic response system, which is our relaxation response, instead of the sympathetic, which is fight or flight. So when we're in sympathetic, that's when we get health issues. When we're in sympathetic response for prolonged periods of time, then we become unhealthy, and we begin having the issues that I just mentioned. So it's really, really important for us, if we want to maintain a healthy immune system and also be free of dis-ease, then we want to really get into the parasympathetic through our breath work and allow the oxygen to be absorbed in the body properly. So when we're hyperventilating, we're not allowing the oxygen to become absorbed in the cells of the body, and that's because we also need carbon dioxide. So in our air, we have carbon dioxide, we have oxygen, and we need both balanced in our body to have our cells absorb the oxygen that's coming in. So we just take a breath in right now, breathe in through the nose, and then exhale out the mouth, out the nose, whichever. Let the breath flow all the way out through the tailbone, and then pause at the exhale. Once you have breathed everything out, pause there. When you pause at the end of the exhale, You're allowing the carbon dioxide to come into the body and take the oxygen from the cells of the breath in and allow that oxygen to move into the cells of the body and to be absorbed by our cells. So we really want to breathe out and hold the breath out and allow that carbon dioxide to move the oxygen into the cells of our body so that we can have a healthier immune response. So if you're ready for that, let's go ahead and do this. What you'll need for this practice is, one, to prepare. You want to clean out your sinuses, your nasal cavities with a nasal spray. Some people like to do the neti-pot. What Dr. Richard Miller has discovered is that when a lot of people are doing neti-pot, they're turning their head way to the side, and then what's happening is the water, the saline solution that they're putting through one nostril starts to get stuck in the inner ear, and so then it can create an ear infection. So what he suggests instead is to just spray one of those nasal saline spray solutions up to one nostril. And actually, a physician also told me this once when I had a sinus infection. And what you do is just squeeze the saline solution in one nostril, tilt your head over the sink, just straight down, and then just allow the water to just fall back out. Out the same nostril is fine. It doesn't have to go into the other one. And then do the other side and then allow it to just drain out for like a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds or less. And then blow your nose. And that will clean out a lot of stuff that you can't normally get with just by blowing through a tissue. So so you want to clean your nasal cavities, or just even blow your nose if that's all you have right now. And also sit on a couple of blankets or a yoga block if you have one. So I just use, like I showed in my beginning video, I'm just using 2 blankets stacked on top of one another, and that gives me just enough lift to keep my spine elongated. And if it feels comfortable for you to cross your legs, then go ahead and do that. And as you cross your legs, drop your knees down. So let's see if I can show you how I'm sitting here. So you want to drop the knees down below the hips. So that way you can really elongate through the spine and lift and lengthen through the back of the head. And what that does is it frees up your belly so that you can get more breath in and out. So that's the second thing. So prop yourself up, a couple pillows, couple blankets or yoga block. Clean out your sinuses. And then lastly, you're going to need, if you want to monitor your breathing, get a timer. And we're going to time how many seconds we can keep the exhale out, and then we're going to improve it by holding it longer and longer each time. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes. So as you practice this, you'll be able to lengthen your breathing every day longer and longer. And of course, just like anything with yoga, every day is different. It's always a practice. Some days I can only hold my breath out for like 5 seconds. Other days I can hold it for longer than a minute. It just depends on what's going on with your life. So don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle, just be easy. Just notice what you notice. Notice how you feel. And no matter what you're doing, you're getting some improvement, even if you're just holding it out for a few seconds. When we breathe out, we're going to call that our controlled pause. So once you breathe out and you're going to do a controlled pause, we're going to do it 3 times, and then you're going to start your timer as soon as you let the exhale out and count how many seconds you can hold it out. Okay. That's all I'm going to give you right now, and let's just get started. Okay, so to begin, we're going to do some chanting. And if you ever have done any singing classes or acting classes, which I have, and this was all very familiar to me, then it might be very familiar to you too. So when we chant, we're basically just creating sounds and vibrations in our throat, in our chest, in our head to open the energy channels, if you're thinking yogically, to open up the chakra system and all the 7 chakras. And if you're not into chakras and everything, if you're thinking just physiologically, what we're doing is we're opening up the throat muscles through sound and vibration and opening and releasing any tension in the muscles. And when singers are practicing these exercises, like they'll do, there's one that we're going to give you very similar to the B sound of a singing exercise. What that's doing is just opening up your vocal channels and opening up all the air passageways in the sinuses and throat and neck, which will help you breathe better. So it's going to feel a little bit weird if you've never done anything like this before. This is not weird to me because I've been been in the yoga community for a long time. So yes, it's a little bit woo-woo-y and it works. So there you go. I'd rather try stuff that works than not at all, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and we're just going to start with a simple chant of Om. So close your eyes. Let's first take a scan of the body. As you sit on your blankets, your block, or your pillows, anything that's helping you lift up your spine and drop your knees down, you can begin to elongate through the spine. Some people like to do this lying down. If you have back issues, totally fine. However, this is the recommended way, is by sitting and lengthening through the spine. Begin to relax the belly. The diaphragm can become very tight with stress and anxiety. So if you feel like you're having a hard time breathing in, that's perfectly fine right now. Just know your diaphragm is a muscle, just like any muscle in the body. It can become tense and tight with stress, or improper posture. So as we're opening up, just set the intention now to release the belly. Send energy down into your belly to release any tension there, the inside of the stomach and the outside. Breathe in. Feel the belly rise and expand. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Begin to tuck your chin slightly and lengthen through the back of the neck, reaching the top of the head up to the sky. Relax the shoulders. Draw the shoulders back, broadening through the collarbones. In fact, we can even bring the arms out to the sides. So if you can see this here, I'm going to have my arms bent, and then just have your thumbs up, open the chest, feel the shoulder blades moving together, and then draw the thumbs down as you continue expanding through the collarbones, and then drop your shoulders away from the ears. Draw the chin back, and then release your hands back down. You can have one hand on the belly if you'd like, or just have both hands down on your lap. Another mudra, another thing you can do is this mudra, which helps to open the channels, the breathway channels. So you're just bringing your thumb and your ring fingers together, and then you're just bringing your palms face down on your lap or your knees. And that connects to the breath. So go ahead and just feel the belly expanding with each breath. And then exhale out the mouth. Relax the backs of the ears, insides of the ears. Relax the tongue. Relax the jaw. Open the throat muscles. Don't even worry about trying to seal your lips. Just allow them to be open. I mean, when we're in a really relaxed state, our mouth is open. Relax the backs of the eyes, the eyelids. And then bring the tip of the tongue to just behind the teeth, to the roof of the mouth, where that little ridge is. As you draw your ears back and over the shoulders, relax, shoulders down. And then we're going to Om together. And Om is a universal sound of connection. It helps on a physiological level to open the throat muscles. So let's breathe in. You can just hum if you want, whatever you want to do. Inhale through the nose. And we'll Om as we exhale. Really feel the throat opening as you make this sound, releasing the belly muscles. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth with an om. And another breath in. Good. Now, gently open your eyes. Then we're going to do the bee breath. So all it is a sound of a bee sound coming out. The breath is coming out through the nasal area, through this top of the, like where the nose is and the tops of the cheeks here. You want to feel a little vibration there. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Some people would feel it at the top of the head too. And let's make the sound of a buzzing bee. And then Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati breathing, which is breath of fire. It's really important that you keep your chin down here and elongate the back of the neck. And we want to go slow. Now, you may have learned Kapalabhati breathing in a fast way. And I'm going to scoot back so you can actually see what my stomach, maybe you could see my stomach moving. Possibly. I'm wearing black, so who knows. So what we're going to do is feel, you can watch my hand here. Now feel, I'm exaggerating this, but you're going to feel your belly press out as you exhale through the nose. So again, you want to go slow. Some people teach, which I originally learned breathing fast, and the breath of fire traditionally is we're not going to do that because we want to engage the relaxation response. So we're just going to do this in a different way by going slower, and this will help engage the relaxation response a bit better. So we're going to not worry about the inhale. So that's the one mistake. If this is the first time doing Kapalabhati breathing, one mistake people do is breathe in and out, and that's a different kind of breathing called Bhastrika. So we don't want to do Bhastrika breathing, although you can put that in your practice. But if you're into Ayurveda and you know about anything with the Vata, if you're a Vata, it will aggravate your Vata. So we're not going to do that one right now. We're just going to focus on Kapalabhati breathing, which is just breathing out through the nose. And the inhale will naturally come in automatically. So with your hand on your belly, breathe out, feel the belly pump out. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So just focus on pumping that breath out through the nose and feeling the belly expand fast with a fast pump. And then we're going to pause. So breathe out through the nose. Feel that. You're really pushing it out. And with your hand on your belly, you feel the belly move. So push it out and pause. And then again, and pause. Now keep your chin tucked in. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, shoulders back, close your eyes, and we'll do a round of this here with our eyes closed. So ready and go. Continue going. If you're getting lightheaded, go slower. Tuck the chin. Relax the shoulders. Push out through the nose. Feel the belly push out. pause. Take a breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Get your timer ready. Breathe in. Exhale out the mouth. Breathe in and out. Pause at the bottom of the exhale and count the seconds of your breath being held out. If you're still holding the breath out, pause the video. If you were only able to hold it a few seconds, no problem. Go ahead and write down your seconds that you just got. Write down the number. And then we'll do another round. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale through the nose. 3 ohms. Breathe in. Last one. B breath. Inhale. And then Kapalabhati. Hand over your belly. Breathe in through the nose. Push out the exhale through the nose. Feel the belly puff out. Take it slow. Relax the shoulders. Keep your chin tucked. I say this because I forget. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. And pause. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Get your timer. Breathe in. Exhale and pause at the end of the exhale, holding the breath out. Again, pause it if you're still holding. Whenever you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Now, if you feel like you have to gasp for air at the end and you're like, then you're holding too long. So don't push it, okay? Just do as much as it feels comfortable. And then write down the number of seconds you held it out. And then we'll do this sequence one more time. All right, 3 ohms. Breathe in. We can do less instruction here. B breath. Inhale. Kapalabhati. Take a couple of breaths first. Tuck your chin. Tongue to roof and mouth. Relax your shoulders. Push the breath out through the nose. Pause. Deep breath in. Let it out. Breath in. Exhale. Breath in. Let it go. Hold the breath out. Get your timer. After you breathe out and then count. Again, pause if you're still going. Great. Now, once you've written down your third number, now look at all the numbers and see if you had a significant improvement after the third round. I recommend doing this for once, we did that sequence at the end very quickly. Once I didn't have to explain any more instruction, and you just do it. And if you do this like 3 to 5 rounds a day, I usually do this in the morning. And when I remember, I'll do it in the morning, and I usually do it at night. So before I go to bed, I like to do first thing in the morning. They say that if you do it first thing in the morning, that you can get a real good count of how long you can hold your breath out. They say if you can't hold it for too long, your paused exhale, or your controlled pause is what they call it. If you can't hold that for very long, then it usually means that your system is stressed or you're coming down with something. So the more you practice this, then you can get, increased time, and more in your immune system will become better. And I've also noticed that my sinuses have improved, so my snoring has improved, at least from what I hear. And I've been doing this regularly now for a couple of months, and I've noticed a huge significant difference. I also haven't gotten any illness or anything for a long time, and I have an autoimmune disease, so I'm usually like very quick to get colds and things like that. I haven't had them for like 6 months or longer. So yeah, knock on wood. So I do really encourage you to do this just as a regular practice, just to keep your body in optimum health, and also just to feel good and less anxious and less worried and stressed. And who doesn't need that, right? So good luck. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing and how this practice has helped you and what you found helpful about it, if anything. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will be releasing more videos regularly. So you'll be notified. Turn on the notifications on the channel, and you'll be able to know when the new videos are released. So thank you again. I'm Melissa Clough, and be well. Namaste.